Hello, everyone. It's Will. Thank you very much for joining me for part two. So I made that payment, $1,845.13. That was my W-2 first check of the month. And doing Velocity Banking, placed the entire thing onto what's called a debt tool, weapon destroyer, operational card. There's just a lot of names out there for it. So I'm sharing the screen and showing you what I just recently did. Okay. All right, again, this is part two of Frugal Velocity Banking. My name is Will, and trying to help individuals understand velocity banking and how to use it. I am not a lawyer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a political economist, just sharing my experience with velocity banking. Velocity banking to me is a method of using someone else's money to increase my cash flow, discretionary income to pay off debt through a line of credit in general. And this includes bills, mortgages, credit cards, student loans to build wealth. Traditionally, before doing velocity banking more than almost 3 years ago, I was picking up my W-2 employment, putting it in the bank, paying out my credit cards, and whatever was left stayed in the bank. I also had some in savings account and emergency fund. I no longer have a savings account or emergency fund, everything inside of a home equity line of credit. So now I pick up my W-2 income, put it all into a home line equity line of credit. I started with a credit card, paying all the debt, and whatever was left is now sitting inside of the HELOC, paying down the average daily balance and the principal. So what we did earlier, I had a balance of $5,950.20. Again, I just got paid 1845.13. I took that entire amount and put it onto the debt weapon or tool that I wanted to pay off. Here is where I set it up. So the minimum payment due on the 28th was $60. Last statement balance 59.50.20. Outstanding balance as of today and 1845.13, my entire W-2 income. So here it is, the minimum payment that was due 60, and I need to go back to see how much of the 1845 went actually to the card. Frequency 1, 10, 1845.13. Again, this is my W-2 payment. I get paid twice monthly. So what is that? 18 1845.13 times 2, 3690.13 in the Northern California Bay Area, where it's quite expensive. Well, I'm gonna say it's relative to your income also, right? Again, this is from last week when I took 1845.13 of my income, one of the entire checks. I placed it again on the debt that was 7426.51 about 2 weeks ago, and it brought it down to 55.81. And I made charges of $339.17. So I'm still using the card in terms of frugal velocity banking. So what I'm doing is taking my first paycheck, put the entire thing on the card, and then making my payments throughout. I don't have any emergency funds to the side. I don't have any savings to the side. Everything is flowing through my larger line of credit that's sitting to the side. But for right now, I'm going back to show you how to pay off a credit card using velocity banking. Yes, it took me initially a leap of faith and understanding to shift from having an emergency fund, saving fund, and also just having some money in the in the account. Right now, I have zero in any of my checking accounts, but I do have $7 in a wallet that I maintain. Okay, let's see. So now all my charges will be through this one credit card. And okay. Uh yeah, I got have a total of $5 that I just carry with me, five, seven, $2 bill and $2. So I keep that with me and this one credit card with me so that I'm not using the other credit cards in general. And again, with this credit card, it's also 0% for I think 18 months. But then they also just sent me 2 days ago the balance transfer checks and also gave me another 50 days to do some more balance transfers onto the account as soon as I made that first 1845 payment. Okay. And looking back at the budget, so one of the important things that I do in working with my clients, first thing is kind of we may do velocity banking by just taking a little bit of money onto the credit card, but one of the key pillars to educating them is having an electronic budget. Here you can see I think I had started with 16 credit cards and now I'm pared down to these credit cards. I'm only using five. And out of the five, I'm only being charged 18%. The other four are 0%. But it's been a process. I had to improve my credit, do some other changes in general. And you can see, again, I started about 3 years ago. I was paying now $298.85 in interest as of 11/25. Last month, again, maintaining the budget, you can see that the interest dropped down to 41.38. Last month, as I pulled my statements and put everything through, I'm now paying 0% interest, but that's because of these 24, 25, 30% credit cards are at 0% interest. I had to work my way through it. And this is one of the things that I do with my clients. All right, what happens to the credit score? The credit score went up. So a credit profile. I don't like seeing my credit score because it's really not my score. All right. Well, thank you very much. Again, I love to help you out, joining my team or providing some of my services to reduce your debt. Also, in terms of starting the business and looking at your taxes. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. So if you want to work with me or my team, you got my email and telephone number. Please call anytime. And hey, let's get started. Bye-bye. Have a great day.